Hi guys, welcome back to Cattle Battle 101. I'm your host Kurt Tyler, my lovely assistant Prince Shabba my Ding Dong. I know it's been a while since our last video, but we're going to get rocking and rolling back at it. So in this video we're going to go over our gear bag, or some people call it the rigging bag. We're going to go over what's inside it, how to use it, and how to put it on a bull if you have to do that. Let's get started. Alright, first item to come out of the rigging bag is our riding jeans. Every bull rider has a pair of jeans that they only ride in. They don't wear them anywhere else except to ride. And these are my new riding jeans. They haven't got any mud or stains on them, so they're new. It's been a while since I last rode, but got our riding jeans. Second is our shoulder sling. If you ever dislocate your shoulder, this is what they'll put on you if you go to the doctor. But most of us are too proud to go to a doctor, so I just have this in my bag in case something happens. Next is our rope, because sometimes you get put in the wrong event. You might sign up for team roping but end up in the bronc riding. You might sign up for bull riding and be stuck in the roping. So you always got to be prepared. Now, most of the time if you're a roper or trying to be a roper, you need a better rope, but this one will work if you get put in the wrong event. Alright, so I have two ropes in my gear bag. One is for my bigger bulls, one is for my smaller bulls. And the ropes have three different parts. You have the tail, your block with your handle on it, and then your knot. Now on this rope I got a bell, and the bell just serves to, when you drop off the bull, the rope will come with you too, and it won't just be on the bull. Now the knot, the bigger the knot is, the smaller your tail will be when you're wrapping around. The smaller your knot is, the longer your tail will be. If you have a smaller knot, you need to be on a bigger bull. If you have a larger knot, you need to be on a smaller bull. But you can adjust it, even in the chute you can adjust it. It's pretty easy. Up and down, that's that. Now, this is a smaller rope, and it's used for small bulls like steers. Man, this is my first rope that I bought. And it doesn't have a pad like this one does, so you just onto it. It's really easy to get hung up on this one. But you can kind of see over here. This is where I put my rosin on a lot. This is called your wear strip. And then before you put your rope on the bull, you have to clean it with a wire brush. It gets all the mud and poop and all kind of jazz off of it. You clean your handle. Sometimes you're going to clean down here if it's been really muddy or bad. Go through this whole thing. But you also got to have gloves. Now I have two gloves. This is the first glove I bought, and you can tell it's really, really used. I got holes here, hole here, holes everywhere. But I do like this one. This is a Heritage Pro brand. Made out of deerskin leather. And you got this little Velcro strap, so you don't have to tie it on. And since I wear a helmet, it's hard to put on a helmet with my glove on, so I'm putting my helmet on and then put this on. And this is just a basic leather glove. I've got a couple holes here, so I got it all taped up. That's about the only one. I ride in this one a lot since this one's pretty thin and falling apart, but any kind of leather glove will do. Now, you also got to clean your glove, because when you hit the ground, you land in mud on your hand. That's how you clean that. You go, clean your rope. That's about all there is to that. And when you're not riding, you just stash it through your belt loop like that. Now, next we have our rodeo clown costume. So you never know, if there's not a bullfighter there, who's going to be it. So you always got to have this just in case, because sometimes you might be the one fighting. Now, you just get a really big pair of jeans, some bandanas and suspenders, cut them off, and you're a bullfighter. Alright, next is, if you're in a circuit or at most professional rodeos, you get a back number. Shows on the back of your vest or your shirt. Well, vests, since vests are required in all circuits now. And you get your Spurs. I have 2 sets of Spurs. These was my first pair that I bought, and they're really horse spurs, but I hammered in where the rowel is so they don't spin that much. You can tell these have had a lot of use on them, but bull spurs can't be like completely still because that's against most circuit rules, but they gotta have a little bit of give. But they got too much give, then it won't catch on the bull's hide, but at least won't hurt. Like, you can rub them anywhere. These are the spurs I use mainly for riding, and they're pretty old. These straps are falling apart, but feel like it's got a little bit of give, but it's still gonna catch on a bull, because if it just rolls, you're not gonna be able to hang on to the bull. You just strap those on to your boots that we have our jean shotgun with, as we're getting ready to ride. Slip them on. Almost fell. But guess what, guys? I put this on the wrong foot. You want the belt part of this to be on your outside foot, and you want the shank of it, of your spur right here, to be pointing towards the inside. But I'm gonna be different today. I'm only gonna wear one of them. Next is our vest. Your vest is the most important piece of equipment next to your rope and glove. It will protect you from a lot of things. So what it does, if you get kicked or stepped on or hooked, instead of it just hitting you, it kind of disperses the energy and the momentum of the hit. So it still hurts like crap, but it's not going to hurt you as bad. It's got these little pockets that are almost meaningless. Why don't you just stick it on, zip it up, and you can adjust how far up and down they go on your chest with these straps. And our helmet, very important piece of equipment. Some guys think you're a wuss if you ride with a helmet, but the way I see it, I'd rather lose part of my pride than part of my face. So this has my new Mississippi State stickers on it, since I'll be riding for Mississippi State Rodeo next fall.
Please join.
Also got my Ruffy hat, but this ain't much to it. Crap. We're good, we're good, we're good. Just stick it on. This is a hockey helmet. You can get like quote unquote bull riding helmets, but hockey helmet would do you just as good. Got my mouth guard hooked on. Now if you don't want to bite your tongue off when you ride, I suggest buying a mouth guard. You just get your chin strap going. Uh-oh. We're coming along, don't worry, guys.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. You got a chin strap on, and then you hook these on. And since we didn't have a bullfighter there, now we gotta fight for ourselves. And we didn't have a pickup man with us either. We're very unfortunate at this rodeo. So now I gotta ride the bull. Then once I get off the bull, I gotta fight the bull. And then once I'm through fighting the bull, I gotta rope it and bring it back to the pen. Alright, so our last piece of equipment in our rigging bag is our rosin. And rosin is basically just pine sap. And when it gets hot, it gets sticky. This one's pretty crushed up, so it's just powder. Mainly, but there's a good little bit of pebbles in there. But to rosin your rope, you get your glove. Make sure it's all good and clean. And when you clean your rope and glove, you don't gotta clean the entire rope unless it's really muddy. What you really need to focus on is your tail and your handle. But the glove needs to be pretty clean. Alright, so what you do, you take it. This is white rosin. Black rosin is a lot harder to break for me, so that's why I just get this, because you can just twist it and it's
so easy.
So easy.
Try this at home, kids.
Yeah, you can like make your own rosin. I know a lot of guys that do. They get a pine tree and they'll mix like baby oil or saddle soap or even deodorant sometimes. And I've tried like straight pine sap and deodorant. And the deodorant, it takes a while because it's so like slick. You got to rosin it for a really long time for it to get sticky enough. And the more you rosin, the more heated your hand's gonna get, and the more. I remember one rodeo I was at, my whole hand was blistered because I rosined it so much. But you take it, get it on the tail, just give it a good. You can see it starting to burn right there, and when it burns, it gets sticky, and that's what helps you stay on the bull. Break it some more, get the handle of it. And there you go. Alright, so there's a few different wraps that you can do when you're riding. Now this, if you're a beginner, this is called the butterfly wrap. You take it and you wrap it back through. That's it. As soon as you let go, you're coming out of the rope. Get closer. Okay. Next is just your basic wrap. Okay, I want to use this rope. Basic wrap. You take it, bring it back around like this. You have it and you throw it over the front of the bull. If you got a really long tail, you can throw it behind you. But most times, there's about as much slack as I have left, so I just throw it in front. There you go. Now, it's hard to get hung up like this, but you can. Most time when you let go, you're out. Next is, all right, this next wrap, don't ever try it unless you're really, really good at bull riding. Like really, really good. Called the suicide wrap. It starts off as a basic wrap. Bring it back through and everything. Then you throw it through your pinky. Like this. When you let go, you're still stuck. So you have to have both hands. So if you get hung up, you're pretty much stuck there unless a bullfighter comes or you get up enough slack on the bull to get yourself out. And you can do different things for your wraps. I know some guys like they'll twist it part of the way and then bring it back straight the rest of the way. I don't do that too much. I mean, I might twist it on the second time. And you always want your first layer to be straight with your laces right here. You want it completely straight. And here I might twist it, or you can go like this. That's another version of the suicide. But mainly what I do is I take it, get the second one, get it really, really tight, and then go from there. And that's about it for the wrap. That's a wrap.
Funny.